Hi guys, if you clicked on this video, that means one of two things. Number one, your school is closed down because of the coronavirus. Or number two, you're stuck at home with nothing to do because of the coronavirus. So we came up with a list of 50 things to do at home because of the coronavirus. And instead of going through the list like a normal person, because we're not 1 to 50, we're gonna go random by asking our good friend Google. So we pulled up the number generator and we're going to ask Google to generate a number between 1 and 50. And whatever number Google generates, we're going to do. I would stop the video, but you sneezed all over it and I didn't want to touch my phone anymore. So we have our Google number generator up and we're just going to generate a number. Number 44. And number 44 is recreate a recipe from a movie. So we decided to make it a little easier on ourselves. We're going to look up Disney movie foods because they're iconic and cool. So, oh, Mercedes didn't put the from movies, like an idiot. Just kidding.
Ooh, beignets.
Beignets are hard. Snow cones.
From
Cookies.
Monsters Inc.
Oh wait, but then where are the cookies from?
Hold on. It says Tiana's. Hold on. This one says 26 iconic.
The giant cookie.
Yes. Let's make a cookie cake.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first of all, we started off getting all of our ingredients, and then me and Mercedes got in a little quarrel about adding in extra spices and stuff, and I was like, yes, and she was like not having it, so she took away my bowl, and I was pretty upset, and so we did rock, paper, scissors. I won, but she still had my bowl, but it was okay. I got my secret spices, which is basically apple pie spice, and then I left just to wash my hands because Corona. You want to spread that, and then I think I took back my bowl at one point, but I don't remember saying that. Anywho, then Mercedes was so upset with me, and she was getting her stuff ready. Yeah.
My stations are next, just like my life.
Okay, so then I decided that we should probably crush the oats. Well, it's in the recipe, and so then we were kind of having trouble getting the what was it called?
Grinder.
The grinder to work, and it just wasn't working. So then Mercedes thought she could help, but I was like, I got this, but really off camera our mom fixed it and I pretended like I fixed it. So yeah, there we grinded some oats. So then I added the oats, and then shooting through the recipe. So then next was cups of flour, a link in the bio for the recipe, and then I did a couple tablespoons of cocoa. Then we added some sugar and some more flour, I guess. And then we added some cornstarch. And then after the cornstarch, I think we did both baking powder and baking soda. And I was just jamming out, listening to songs, right? And I was pretty excited because I don't think I've made a cookie like this before. And I was excited to see how it turned out. So then after adding that, I decided it needed salt. The recipe called for it. But this was the branding salt, so I had to poke it open with my measuring tool and then added it and not wing it like all of you guys. Then we added some apple pie spice, some cloves, and a little bit of ground ginger as well. And then we mixed it all up really good, so you wouldn't get lumps of salt in one place, and it smelled really good too. It was so good. So after smelling my mixture, it smelled really good. I went to my mixer and I added the paddle. So next was to do the wet ingredients, which was molasses, peanut butter, and sugar and shortening. And so since we did not have butter, we used peanut butter. You could use any nut butter and replace the peanut butter. I did not know that. Also, I think applesauce is also a cool alternative. I didn't know that, and I thought that was cool too. peanut butter did taste really good with it, and I really recommend using that instead of butter. But if you're like my little sister Chanel, who does not like peanut butter, I wouldn't use it. And then after adding in the 1 cup of peanut butter, I ate it off the spoon. And then next was the shortening, which I gotta say, it looks like butter and feels like butter, so I don't understand why we didn't just double the shortening. But I'm no baker, so please let me know in the comments why shortening wouldn't work as butter as well. So then, after that, we added the sugar, 1 cup of it, or a couple cups of it, and then after the sugar, we added the molasses, but we couldn't find the molasses, so we used dark cornstarch, not cornstarch, corn syrup or whatever, and it still tasted good, but I think molasses really would have given it more depth or whatever. I say as if I'm a professional. And after that, we mix it up, and it tasted really good, and that's why you see me eating it like more than once. Next was to add 2 large eggs, I think, and so I used the paper plate so I wouldn't get my counter dirty and my mommy wouldn't yell at me. And then Mercedes smelled it, which smelled really good, and I could just eat it like that, but I didn't because of salmonella. And then a teaspoon of vanilla, and then coconut flakes, but it really called for coconut extract, and we couldn't really taste the coconut flakes, so I really recommend adding the coconut extract. And then we put all the mixture together and flatten it out in a pan. You should probably use real measurements, but me being a home baker and not a professional, I just winged it.
Okay guys, so at the beginning of the video, I'm not sure if you saw, but I put the shortening in the bowl already, because for the filling it needs shortening and butter, but as you probably know, we didn't have butter, and I didn't want to put peanut butter in the filling because there's peanut butter in the cookie. So for the filling, I melted some marshmallows, and let me tell you, not a good idea, my dudes, because I'll tell you why. So the recipe calls for fluff. Yes, we all know that. And my head was kind of lazy. We didn't have fluff, and obviously the whole point of this was to stay at home. So we thought, okay, let's melt some marshmallows. I used most of the marshmallows in the bag we had. It was a full bag because it needs 7 ounces of it, right? It was so close to getting to fondant, I almost freaked out. And the texture, as you could probably tell, it's all wrong and off. And so, I'm sorry, this isn't explaining everything. Basically, I whipped that with some powdered sugar and some almond milk because the texture was so close to getting to fondant. It was so close to being to fondant, and I was like real freaked out. The texture came out all weird. Also, I'm not using the right mixer for it. I was supposed to use like the standing mixer that we used for the cookie, but I didn't feel like washing that, so I was all like, it's fine. And so I used a hand mixer, and that marshmallow is tough to get out of that, guys, so I recommend washing it. Anywho, after the mixture was made, it's all goopy, you know, its texture's weird. It tastes great though, honestly. And I was trying to find a utensil to spread it with, and I ended up using one of those like rice cooker spoon things. I don't know what they're called, but I ended up using that, like rice scraper, there we go. A rice scraper, and I scraped that on there because I couldn't find a spatula, and that stuff was hard to take out. It's all sticky and it was hard to spread. Tasted great though, so that was good. Do you like it? I taste like a real cookie with icing on it. With a lot of peanut butter. You can even taste it. I can taste it. You can taste it. Oh, there's butter. Hi, welcome back to What the Bleep. Today we're making a parody to Treat You Better by Shawn Mendes. We were inspired by the song,
How were we inspired? We were inspired somehow through Batman v Superman. You should watch it. It's a good movie. And yeah, I hope you enjoy.